Okay, so get ready because today we're diving into some pretty heavy stuff.
Oh, yeah.
We've got this Spanish language film script,
Okay.
and it throws us into this world that's dealing with a new sexually transmitted virus.
Interesting.
They call it XTS.
XTS.
But here's the kicker.
Okay.
It causes irreversible infertility
Oh.
and impotence
They both.
in both men and women.
Oh, my goodness.
Yeah, so we're going to explore like all the fallout from this,
Yeah.
the science behind it,
Right.
the social implications,
Wow.
the ethical questions.
It's a lot.
It is a lot.
Yeah.
So buckle up.
Okay.
It's going to be a wild ride.
I'm ready.
All right, so
Yeah.
the script just throws us right into this
Okay.
super intense interview
All right.
between a top doctor, Dr. Javier Morales,
Okay.
and then this journalist, Clara Fernandez.
Got it.
And they're in this like super modern lab,
Okay.
and you can just like feel the weight of everything.
I bet
there.
it's powerful.
Right.
Yeah.
So this virus XTS, it's popped up
Okay.
in both Europe and South America.
Simultaneously.
Yeah, like at the same time.
At the same time. Wow.
And nobody knows where it came from.
That's scary.
It's super mysterious,
Yeah.
which just adds to all the anxiety and fear.
Right.
But what really sets this virus apart
Okay.
is it's
how it spreads?
yeah,
Or-
it's unique.
Yeah. How it spreads and how
It's nature.
it's nature. Yeah.
So it's exclusively sexually transmitted.
Okay.
So we're not talking like
Casual.
just casual contact or anything.
Airborne.
Airborne? No.
Okay.
But the real like bombshell
Huh.
is its impact.
Okay.
It causes complete
Okay.
and irreversible
Huh.
infertility
Oh,
for both men and women.
Wow. So there's
Okay.
no coming back from that.
That's a big one.
And to make matters even worse,
Yeah.
there's a 3-week
Oh, no.
asymptomatic incubation period.
So you could be spreading it.
You don't even know you have it. And not even know.
Yeah.
Oh my gosh.
Nightmare scenario
Absolutely a nightmare.
for contact tracing.
Yeah.
All right. So the script does get into
Gives us a little science.
a little bit of the science. Yeah.
Okay.
Dr. Morales explains that XTS basically attacks
Okay.
reproductive tissues directly.
Uh-huh.
So it just shuts down
Shuts down everything.
hormone production.
Wow. I mean, that's
Yeah.
highly unlikely.
Because, like, how
I mean, is that even possible?
not even possible?
You know,
Yeah.
to target something that specifically.
So specifically for a virus to do that.
Yeah. You know, we know that like
Mumps.
mumps can impact fertility, but
But that's usually temporary.
it's usually temporary.
Yes. This is taking it to, like, the extreme
This is like the
nth degree.
extreme.
Yeah.
And the doctor is very clear.
There's no...
The damage is permanent.
Wow.
Yeah.
So it goes beyond just infertility.
Yeah, this is, right, like hormonal
The imbalance
imbalances.
that can mess with your metabolism
Right.
and even your mental health.
Wow, it's a lot.
It's a lot to think about.
It is.
So, like, it really highlights how a virus like this could have these
Gas kicking.
frightening effects.
Yeah.
We're not just talking about, like, not being able to have kids.
That's not just about
It's about, like, disrupting your
entire
endocrine system,
endocrine system. Yeah.
which controls all your hormones.
Right.
So think about it.
Oh, yeah.
That could have consequences for everything.
For everything, yeah.
From, like, your physical development to your emotional
Being
well-being
a mood.
to your mood. Yeah.
Your sleep.
How your organs operate. It's all
It's
connected.
a lot. It is a lot.
Okay, so let's
Yeah.
break it down a little bit.
Yeah.
Can you explain what the endocrine system is
Sure.
and why messing with it would be so disastrous?
So think of the endocrine system as like your body's control center.
Okay.
It uses hormones as
like
messengers
Okay.
to regulate a whole bunch of different functions.
Okay.
So we're talking about growth,
Mm-hmm.
metabolism,
Mm-hmm.
mood, sleep,
Right.
even how your organs operate.
Wow.
It's all influenced by hormones.
So if a virus disrupts that
Uh-oh.
delicate balance,
Right.
that could lead to just this
Domino effect.
domino effect of health problems.
Exactly.
Okay. And this script
Yeah.
doesn't shy away from me.
No, it doesn't. The reality,
Chaos.
the chaos
Yeah.
we've seen during other health crises.
Right. Like
It talks about
disinformation, conspiracy theories.
running rampant,
Rampant.
just like what happened during
Yeah. We don't have to name names.
right
But
recent history.
yeah,
Done.
exactly. It's a good reminder.
It is.
It's never just the biology.
Yeah. It's
It's never just about the virus itself.
you got the social aspect,
Yeah.
the psychological component,
It's everything.
fear,
Yeah.
Uncertainty.
Uncertainty breeds distrust.
Distrust division.
It makes it so much harder
So much harder. Yeah.
to manage the actual crisis.
Right.
Yeah.
Absolutely.
And the doctor in the script,
Yeah.
he really hammers home this point
What's that?
that education
Okay.
and communication
Those are key
are our strongest weapons
against XDS.
against XTS. Yeah.
Interesting.
So it really makes you think about
Yeah.
how important
Okay.
clear public health messaging is,
No, absolutely.
especially when we're dealing with
Something sensitive.
something as sensitive as sexual health.
Yeah, yeah.
So,
How do you talk about that?
right,
How do you raise awareness
without
without causing panic?
panicking everyone.
Yeah. It's a
How do you strike that balance?
That's the question.
Yeah.
Yeah.
The script doesn't give us all the answers,
Right.
but
It shows us
it shows a society grappling with these very real challenges.
Yeah. It's
Like echoes of past pandemics,
echoes.
different approaches
Yeah, different.
to public health measures,
Some more successful than others?
varying degrees of success.
For sure.
Yeah.
And what's striking is that the doctor
Yeah.
ends on this.
Cautious optimism.
Yeah.
He says we are more prepared now
Okay.
than in previous health crises.
But is that really true, though?
That's what I was thinking.
Right. Like, on the one hand,
We've learned a lot.
a lot from recent pandemics.
With XTS,
XTS is a whole different ballgame.
throws us some curveballs.
There's a lot of curveballs, yeah.
So, like, think about it. The way it spreads,
Mm-hmm.
the permanent effects, the social stigma surrounding sexual health.
All of that.
I mean, it demands a completely new playbook.
It really does.
Like,
We're at a crossroads.
Yeah.
We've got these lessons
we've got the lessons.
with this new virus
But this requires us
to be innovative.
to be so much more innovative.
Yeah.
Absolutely.
And the script really pushes us
You guys.
to think critically
Yeah,
about
it's-
those successes
Yeah,
or failures.
and how can we use that experience
Yeah.
to face something like XTS
Right.
right on
We need to be prepared,
Prepared.
not just medically,
medically?
but on a societal level.
On a societal level,
Yeah.
we need to be ready for this.
We do.
Yeah.
Absolutely. And speaking of being prepared,
Yeah.
the script kind of subtly highlights
Mhm.
something we often overlook in a crisis.
What's that?
Trust in the science,
Yeah.
trust in the healthcare systems,
Yeah.
trust in the information that we're receiving
Right.
with a virus like XTS.
Yeah.
Having that trust could be a matter of life or death.
That's so true. Like, if people don't trust the information, they're really going to follow the safety guidelines.
Are they even going to seek help?
Right. Are they going to get tested?
Exactly. And with XTS, early detection could be critical.
Absolutely.
Yeah.
So the script,
Even though it's fiction,
even though it's fiction,
it really
Yeah.
highlights that need
Yeah.
for clear, accurate, and compassionate communication.
yes, from our scientists and our healthcare providers,
It's about building that bridge of trust
that bridge of trust.
with the public
Yeah,
and working together because, let's face it, we're all in this together.
we are.
It's like that line from the doctor in the interview.
Yeah.
He says, we need the support of the population.
To follow those recommendations.
Yeah, to follow the preventative
So
recommendations.
cute.
It really emphasizes that this isn't just a job for scientists or doctors.
Right.
This requires a collective effort
Collective effort.
from everybody.
And that's where the ethical questions
Right.
start to get really, really complex.
Yeah.
And the script doesn't shy away from that.
No, it doesn't.
So imagine for a moment. Okay?
This isn't fiction.
Oh, boy.
XTS is real.
Okay.
How do you balance individual rights
Right.
with the need to protect public health?
It's tricky.
Would mandatory testing be ethical?
Oh, wow.
How do you ensure everyone has access to treatment
Right.
if one becomes available?
Yeah. These are tough questions.
Tough questions.
Really tough questions.
Well, it's like the script is a mirror
Yeah.
reflecting
Reflecting those dilemmas.
the
Yeah.
deepest ethical dilemmas that humanity faces.
Yeah, and it's not just about finding a cure.
Right.
It's about navigating that moral minefield
That this virus creates.
and how it reshapes society.
Think about it. How would a virus like XTS change our ideas
About family,
about family, about relationships?
about relationships.
Even the definition of what it means to be human.
It's mind-blowing.
It really is when you stop and consider it.
When you really think about it.
You know what strikes me is how this fictional virus, XTS,
Mm-hmm.
seems to tap into some very real anxieties
Yes.
that we have about the future.
Pandemics, climate change, technological disruptions.
It feels like the ground is shifting.
It does feel like the ground is shifting beneath our feet.
And that can be unsettling. But
Absolutely.
it can also be exciting.
Yeah.
It forces us to adapt,
To innovate.
to rethink our priorities.
So in a way, this script about XTS,
It's a thought experiment.
it's like a thought experiment.
Yeah.
It gives us the safe space to explore
Potential futures.
potential futures, consider different possibilities, maybe even prepare ourselves
For the
for
unexpected.
the unexpected, broadening our perspectives,
Broadening perspective.
building resilience,
Building resilience.
and who knows, maybe by grappling with these tough questions,
In a fictional setting
we can be better equipped.
to handle the real-world challenges.
Right, because sometimes the
Bring this
line
back.
between
The
fiction
biology.
and can be surprisingly thin.
It can be.
Yeah. Okay, so let's put this to our listener.
Okay.
If a virus like XTS did emerge in the real world,
What do you think would be the single biggest challenge
I think that's a great question.
that we would face as a society?
And I think the answer goes beyond the scientific challenges
Yeah.
of finding a cure or a vaccine.
Beyond that.
I think the biggest hurdle would be maintaining hope.
Maintaining hope.
Hope for the future.
Yeah.
Hope for a solution
Right.
and a sense of collective purpose.
In the face of...
immense loss
Yeah.
and uncertainty.
Because it wouldn't just be about surviving the virus.
It would be about rebuilding,
Rebuilding.
reimagining a world.
That might look very different
Very different.
from the one we knew before.
Absolutely. And it would require immense courage,
Correct.
compassion, and
To
creativity.
navigate those ethical dilemmas.
Redefine what normal looks like
Yeah.
and forge a new path forward.
But I truly believe we as humans have the capacity to do that.
I think so too.
It's a reminder that even in the face of...
Seemingly insurmountable challenges.
the human spirit is incredibly resilient.
Yes.
It is.
We find ways to adapt, to innovate, and to find hope in unexpected places.
Beautifully said. And that's the real takeaway from this deep dive.
What is it?
We can't predict the future,
Nope.
but we can cultivate knowledge, empathy,
Empathy.
and resilience.
To meet whatever challenges
Come our way.
come our way, yeah.
Absolutely.
And this script about XTS, as wild as it is,
As wild as it is.
shows us that exploring these what-if scenarios,
I'm in the scary one.
even the scary ones, can make us more informed,
More empathetic.
more empathetic,
More prepared.
more prepared to navigate the complexities of this ever-changing world.
Absolutely. Yeah, it's like this fictional virus is holding up a mirror,
Oh, yeah.
forcing us to confront our vulnerabilities,
Right.
our values,
Right.
our capacity for compassion.
Yeah.
But also, let's be honest,
Sometimes.
those fear-driven reactions.
Yeah, like those knee-jerk reactions that we have.
Exactly.
And it
Dom.
reminds us that scientific progress.
As important as it is,
Yeah.
can't solve everything.
Right. We have to think about
The ethical,
the
The social-
ecological.
the psychological impacts.
Yeah.
It's not just biology.
It's not just about the science.
Exactly.
It's about remembering that we're dealing with human beings.
Human beings,
Right.
with all our complexity,
Emotions.
not just biological entities.
It's not just about the disease.
Right.
And that's what makes this script,
Even though it's fictional.
even though it's fictional, so powerful.
Oh, powerful.
Because it emphasizes
The importance of communication.
yeah, open communication.
Empathy,
Yeah.
that willingness to ask those tough questions.
And recognizing that we're all connected.
We are all connected.
That the choices that we make
Individually and as a society.
have these ripple effects.
Ripple effects.
So as we wrap up our deep dive
Yeah,
into this pretty thought-provoking scenario,
it is.
what's like the one thing you really hope our listener walks away with?
You know, I hope they walk away realizing that while the virus itself is fictional,
XTS. Okay.
XTS is fictional,
Right.
the core issues
Yeah.
are very real.
Very real.
Those questions about human vulnerability,
Yeah.
resilience,
Mm.
our capacity for collective action.
That's what we need to be thinking about.
We need to be thinking about that right now.
Right now.
So I hope this deep dive has sparked some critical thinking,
Some introspection.
some introspection. Yeah.
It's like that reminder that the future isn't set in stone.
It's not.
The choices that we make today
Individually,
as a global community.
those are what shape tomorrow.
Yeah.
And by having these conversations,
Exploring those different perspectives.
even the uncomfortable ones,
Right.
we can be more informed,
More empathetic.
more empathetic
And ultimately better equipped.
to face whatever comes next.
Couldn't have said it better myself.
And you never know.
Right.
Maybe by tackling these challenges head on,
Even in a fictional setting.
we can start building a future.
That's not just resilient.
But one that's more just
More compassionate.
More compassion.
For everyone.
As the goal.
That's a future worth fighting for.
Absolutely.
So to our listener out there,
Yes.
we leave you with this thought.
Right.
If a virus like XTS did emerge, what kind of world would you want to rebuild?
What values?
What values would guide your actions?
How would you contribute?
How would you contribute to a future
where humanity not only survives,
but thrives?
Keep those questions in mind.
Yeah, until our next deep dive.
Stay curious.
Stay engaged.
Keep exploring.
And remember, sometimes the most profound insights
come from the most unexpected places.
Like a fictional script
about a virus
that threatens to change everything.
Until next time.
Keep exploring.